Hello, darling. So it's all about life improvement in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. So as part of the whole physically part, my makeup game needs to step up. I don't know about you guys, but it's so hard to get application really good. So I'm here with Wow Beauty. I love her makeup because she does it very naturally. She enhances you. So I thought she'd be a brilliant person to teach me makeup. So I come to her for makeup tutorials to improve my makeup application. So you're gonna meet her in a minute. She's very good at what she does. She does music videos, she does people for events and what have you. So yeah, book her. Her details are below. At the moment, we're at one of her bases, which is in the heart of Marylebone, 82 York Street, the nail station. That's one of the places where Wow Beauty is based. It's a one-stop shop. I love coming to the salon in Marylebone because I get to do my nails, which need doing. They do facials, they do treatments. You could do lashes. They used to do eyebrows. I'll check with them. They do everything, so it's a one-stop shop. And of course, I've got nothing on my face at the moment. I don't even have face moisturizer or serum or anything. Ruchi of Wow Beauty is here. She does glam makeup, soft glam, full glam. And what I like is that her application is not heavy-handed. It looks like you, but only better. She's an up-and-coming, brilliant makeup artist, and she's going to walk us through some makeup tutorial today.
Hi guys!
There she is! It's Ruchi of Wow Beauty, here to walk us through how to apply makeup correctly. Ladies, just full disclosure. Some of us are good at other things, some of us are just not good with our hands. Do you feel me how I've watched so many YouTube tutorials and whatever, and I'm still not that great? But spending time with, Ruchi, I get better all the time. So please, without further ado.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead with a cleanser first. This is just a non-oily cleanser. Works for all skin types. Just to get anything off. And I will ask my client if your skin is dry or oily.
So I'm dry, pretty much, yeah.
So I have a primer, which is a primer oil, and this also works as a moisturizer, so it's pretty good.
Sure.
What I like to do.
I think over time I'm getting a bit oily on the T-zone.
Yeah.
Sometimes, but it's more sweaty on the T-zone.
Just going to get a stippling brush and put some on my hand. And just apply it. This will just help to get a very flawless base. Make sure you don't have any patchiness, especially with dry skin. You get a lot of patchiness.
So this step, would you say it's very important?
It is and it isn't. So it just depends on your skin type. I sometimes, on myself as well, I don't really use primer. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But usually on clients, I will always use primer. But it's not absolutely like you don't have to have a primer in your makeup bag. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's not like a necessity. Like you don't have to do it. I feel like you could go without it.
Okay.
As long as your application for makeup is good.
Understood.
So it just really depends. Some people like it, some people don't.
So for me, because I have dry skin, this is a primer you put on for me. If people had oily or combination, what would you suggest for them?
Oily or combination, I would just go for like something like a mattifying primer on. So for me as well, I have combination skin, so my T-zone is very oily but my cheeks are very dry. So sometimes I just put like a mattifying primer on my T-zone, and then I would go like with a more hydrating primer on my like cheek area. So it just really depends. Like you can do whatever works best for you, basically. So now we're gonna go in with So did you want to do more of like a soft glam today, or?
Good question. We tend to do soft glam, don't we? I think that's what we call the look you give me, which I think is quite nice and not heavy.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer. Yeah. Just a fresh, light to medium coverage.
Just gonna see if this matches your skin. So I like to put it closer to your jawline, just to see, because you need to match your neck.
Yes.
Basically, because a lot of the times, like when we wear a lot of sunscreen, so our face, I feel like, is different from your neck. So you just try and match your neck. I feel like that one's a little bit too
light
for you.
Just a bit. I did bring my foundation.
Oh, did you?
I always do.
Let's see if I can.
Yeah, but yeah, this will be different today.
I think that works.
Yeah,
better.
I think this one is more like that area, which I do like.
That, yeah. I'm just gonna get a buffing brush like this and just buff it into the skin.
So guys, I hope we're watching what she's doing, because it's from you I've learned, Ruchi. It's made my foundation a bit better. That I buff it in, like, it's like I'm hitting my face. Yeah,
rather than, because then, and also the type of brush that you use has to be something like this, a bit more dense, not like too fluffy.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And also with brushes like this, I know a lot of makeup brands sell this for like liquid, but it's not very good when you're blending it out, because you get a lot of brush like hair falling off, and also like the streaks. Like it's just not. I prefer using more dense brush.
I already look better, because sometimes I rush you, and even in 20 minutes I'm presentable.
Yeah. You don't need much though, because you have good skin.
Thank you, you're very kind. I'm trying to practice, so we go like that.
Yes.
And then later we can do this sweep.
Yeah, exactly. That I will do this motion more to kind of distribute the products around, and then once you've got it, then you just like tap 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 tap. Make sure you blend it, and that's all good. Now we're gonna go in with the concealer. With concealer, it depends on what kind of look you're going for. So some people like it very bright under eye. I know you're a bit like, you're like, I don't really know.
I like a bright under eye because it's the Hollywood look. It's just in London, people have overdone it.
Yes.
You can see them a mile off. It almost labels you as a certain kind of Londoner, and that's just not me.
I don't know if you've seen this trend, but there's literally this trend called UK girl makeup on TikTok.
Sorry.
And that is literally that is literally it.
So before you do this, could I please have the foundation brush again? That's the foundation brush. Okay guys, this is a game changer. I'm big on not doing, everybody's got to, makeup tutorials. So coming to Ruchi, my makeup is better, even if I have 5 minutes and I'm going to work. I just do this.
Yeah, rather than...
Don't hurt yourself, but feel the impact. Because once it's a bit harder, that means that you're pressing the foundation into your skin. Your coverage is that much better. I can't do it the way she does. She has magic hands. She really do. But I've gone in my own time and I look less crazy now that I've learnt from you to do. If that's all you take today, guys, it was worth watching just to know to do this, please. And then when we're done, Ruchi, is this a sweep?
Yes.
Like that?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, and that distributes it evenly.
Yeah.
So first do lots of this all over your face with the foundation. If you're going for a natural look, then not much foundation, and then you do that. So thank you, Ruchi, for elevating my situation.
Now we're gonna do the highlighting, which is the main, I would say, my favorite part. I love highlighting. So usually I would go under the eye. So this is just where the sun would, I guess, hit your face. So this is just like that. So depending on what face shape you have, you apply it differently.
Okay.
So what you can do is you can even just Google like what suits your face shape more. So for people that have more round face, I wouldn't go as wide because that would just make your face look wider. And people that have more oval face, I wouldn't go so down, so like so low. I would go more here.
Across. So I'm more oval.
Yeah.
So my face
I
can
would
stand
go-
to be a bit white, you know, have
Yeah.
okay. You would go a bit more out for me.
Yes.
But if you're a round face, stick to just
Exactly.
okay.
Don't go too wide. It also depends on what you like on your face and what works for you. So you just have to really experiment and figure out what you like. Because me, I have a very round face, as you can see, but I do like to go very high because I just feel like it gives you that kind of lift as well. So that works for me. So I like doing that. It's not like, I know they have like rules and things like that with makeup, but whatever works for you, you can do. So. And also with concealer, just try to maybe go 2-3 shades lighter. Don't go crazy and get like a ashy pink concealer. Especially I think for dark skin, you have to go more olivey or yellow undertone, not really like pink, because that will just make you look ashy.
Okay. Thank you for that.
This is the nose, a little on the forehead. Chin and the upper lip a little bit.
Okay, so up here, bridge of nose,
Yeah.
and a bit of upper lip. And then up,
And under eye.
okay, and this is quite a natural, responsible shade of concealer to use because part of that London girl look.
Yes.
I mean, they look beautiful,
Yes,
but
they
it's
do.
just
It really does suit them,
yes,
but doesn't work for everyone.
yeah. And in real life, it's dramatic.
Yes, it is
It
very
depends your
dramatic.
personality. If you have the lashes to carry it, the confidence, yeah.
So now, I like to let the concealer sit for a little bit. I feel like you get more coverage when you just let the concealer sit. It dries out a little bit as well.
Okay.
So it is more, it just kind of sits on your face rather than it look all washed out.
So
You know
on
what I mean?
purpose, you haven't blended it yet.
Yeah. So I quite like the more sculpted face look for soft glam. I wouldn't do this for if you was to just do it every day. This wouldn't be like an everyday makeup look.
Really?
If you want to, you can.
No. So what is everyday look to you?
So everyday look, I would just use like a tinted moisturizer, concealer, cream blush. I like a lot of cream products if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup because I like that glowy kind of look. But if I'm doing, obviously, like if I'm going out for dinner, this is what I would do. It does take me a while because I'm like a perfectionist. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the contour. Just on the cheekbones. Sometimes I like to just suck your, yeah, exactly. You can see the line there. So you just follow the line from here to the top of your ear. So don't go all the way, but just like that. You can't see it. You can't see it because it's very natural.
Okay, but it's from there to there. Okay.
It is there.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yeah, just there. like to put a little bit more there. It's very slight. I don't want to do too much. Especially with contour, you have to be very careful because you don't want to have that like muddy line. So just blend that out first because I'm still letting the concealer sit, the under eye and the forehead bit.
So the concealer, you just spread it out, you haven't blended at all?
No. Okay. It's just kind of marinating in your face right now. So for the big areas like the chin, upper lip and the forehead, I just like to go in with the same brush. And just do the same technique with the blending.
So similar technique that you use to buff out the contour?
Yeah.
So it's just a gentle pat? Okay.
Gentle pat. So for the concealer, just get a brush like this. This is what I use to apply the concealer, so you can just... So I just like to do the same. This tapping is better than swiping it because it gives you more coverage as well. It doesn't move the product around too much. It just kind of stays where you've applied it, which is what you want because you applied it there for a reason. You don't want it like all over your face. So you just pat, pat, pat. Especially in the eye area, just be very gentle. I know a lot of people also like using just their fingers. You can do that. I do that sometimes, especially around the eye area because your eye area is a little bit more sensitive.
Oh wow, hands.
Just especially your ring finger. I feel like
Okay.
it's more. You can just. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. So we follow the same tapping motion we would have used with the brush?
Yeah.
Tap, 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 guys.
Tap, tap, tap.
I think we need to do the natural look everyday makeup tutorial next. Then the one you talked about that's even lighter than this.
Yeah. The more glowy and more skin-like.
Wow.
This is still also very skin-like.
Yeah. But so I'm quite intrigued because that will help lots of women because that's more for literally every day. We would get more use out of that.
And it's better for this heat as well. It's a lot better for this heat.
And less time consuming.
Go and back with this brush and just blend out any harsh lines. So what it also does is you already have product from previously like applying the foundation, so just help everything kind of blend together.
Very clever. So this is the same brush we use for the foundation to brush out the contour.
This is also why I always tell my clients you don't need that many brushes because there's a lot of things that one brush can do. Do you know what I mean? And also sometimes I know, like this brush, it just said contour brush. I don't just use it for contour, I use it for foundation, concealer, like contour, everything. All the liquid kind of products that I use. And make sure you blend out the smile lines before you set anything. Yep. Now we're gonna go in with a powder. So I like to use a loose powder and I like to bake, especially for clients that have oily skin. It just absorbs all the oil and things like that, so your makeup will last longer as well. You won't look so shiny. I do like the more dewy look, so I do tend to not use powder so much, but I'll just use powder where it's needed. So especially on the under eye, make sure you blend out all the creasing. There you go.
So you're currently tapping on powder?
Yes. No.
Okay, not yet.
Just blending out the, yeah. So then what I like to do is just get a bit of loose powder.
Okay.
Tap it, just get all the unnecessary like excess product out. Because you don't want to like go in and it's just like a blob, because then that also is what creates patchiness on makeup. So less is more, always. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just, so as soon as I blend that out, I'm just gonna swap the brush and just pat it. A lot of patting.
So this is another thing I'm learning from you. So guys, this is important. Another Ruchi trademark step where she puts the powder in on the brush and pats it to get the excess off. So can you show us again?
So
I'm
you
holding
basically just tap it.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
see all that.
Yes.
There's still products because you can see.
It's just not excess.
Yeah.
And so the next thing is, so this entire process has been just a lot of patting.
Yes, a lot of patting, because that way the makeup stays where you placed it, it doesn't move. I feel like placement is quite important. You need to know what works for your face shape, for your skin. So a lot of experimenting. Because when I first started doing makeup, oh my gosh, I used to have like the biggest eyeliner on my eyes, and I have a very monolid eye, so it wasn't very appealing. Because when I look at pictures from like before, I'm like, what was I thinking? So a lot of experiment.
I've never
Doesn't happen overnight.
When you said monolid, I barely had that term, and I had to check, like, no, it's not that bad.
Okay, so then just blend out the smile line. With the powder, pat it. So I'm just setting where I've put the concealer, basically. Okay, now we're going to go in with the contour color. So I'm just going to use an eyeshadow palette. So this is Revolution. It's very affordable. It's a good product.
I love Revolution.
Yeah,
it's a super drug, guys. So everything that you need. It's a good highlighting. The highlight is good. So this is a what is it, contour?
So I'm using an eyeshadow palette as contour. So whatever works for you, there's no rules. I'm just gonna put it where I put the contour color. So to set the creams, I always like to pat it first and then you can buff it out. Because if you go in with just, then your product will start moving. That's what we don't want, because that's when you get the patchiness. So always remember to pat it first and then you can just go in with circular.
So guys, these little details is where some of us go wrong if our makeup game still hasn't been elevated as much as we think. It's all Ruchi's tips. Pat and then circular blending. And that's been a common theme, I think.
Yes. Blend out the concealer a little bit more.
doing so well. So next time I'd love to do like an everyday look with you, like a quick one.
It's very creamy. Really nice.
Honestly, I love it because it's easier to wear than Ruby Woo's kind of heavy.
Yeah, and it's very matte. This is more on the... They have the same shade.
Like this, I don't need to go in with a lip gloss.
Yeah.
Ruby Woo, I always have a lip gloss.
Oh, really?
I have dry lips, so if you're matte, you just look mad. Or unless some extra moisturize, you know, it's just lines.
So how do you apply this? Because this is like nearly done.
So it's only
do it on
just finished.
yourself.
I wear it most days. And if I just am at work, I don't care how I look until you teach me how to do an everyday look. I don't wear makeup. I just mush it around. And that's why it's finished.
Yeah.
So even that, I still just try and get the bits. But now I start to just use a brush. It literally just finished last couple of days. So it's like I told my friends I need to order again.
Yeah.
So we done.
Yes.
So this is the Wow Beauty effect.
Yeah.
Maybe she's born with it, but maybe it's makeup application by Makeup by Wow. Makeup by WAWO is a makeup artist that I use a lot. She just walks me through a makeup tutorial, showed me how to improve my makeup application and upgrade my makeup game. It's not every time you get a second to book a makeup artist and you have to rush. It's inconvenient, you're in a different country. And for some of us girls who are very hardworking, corporate professional girls, or if you just haven't necessarily imbibed all of the makeup tutorials on YouTube and they still don't make sense, we've done this makeup tutorial to help on little application things such as putting the makeup brush, dabbing the foundation in and then smoothing it out after, and all these little steps that can start to improve the coverage on your base and what have you. So on that note, thank you for listening, and you'll get snippets of our makeup tutorial and check out YouTube for tutorials. I hope it helps somebody out there. And if you want to have a lesson yourself, book Makeup by WAWO, Makeup by Wow. Yeah. It's being cute.